I think today's rant is going to be about hate. Woman just pissed me off because she was driving real close behind me. She was in a rush to get nowhere. I live in a small town. Everybody's always in a rush to get nowhere. Somebody get in a wreck with you just so we can all be sitting at the same light down the street. It's crazy. But anyway, hate. If we look up the definition term for hate, it is
an intense feeling of dislike or aversion towards someone or something. It's often associated with strong emotions like anger, contempt, and disgust.
As I get older, I start to realize that it takes more energy to hate someone than it does to just let it go or forgive. Used to have this genuine hate for my father when I was a small child. From as far back as I can remember, single digit ages. With me going through my adult life, I start to see and understand some of the things that maybe he was going through. And I can see small common things that may have affected him growing up. He wasn't the best dad when I was a small child. He did some stuff. I used to be angry at him all the time. From the time I was maybe about like 5 up until about maybe 15, I never called my father or dad. I called him by his nickname. As children, we pick things up. We repeat what everybody else say because I've seen someone else in my life, a woman that has a child, and her child was raised by her grandparents the majority of the time for part of her life, and now she lives with her mother and she calls her mother by a nickname. So when I seen that, I immediately thought about my own life. I did that to my father. That must have made him feel some kind of way. Now that I'm bigger, I see though. I've gotten married, went through divorce, ex-wife / baby mama. She's moved to other states and she's taking the kid to move a lot. I don't get to see him as much. I don't get to talk to him as much. But I go out of my way as much as I can to see them and to talk to them. I talk to them more now as small children than my father talked to me. My oldest child, we've had conversations since she's left my home. She told me how she had resentment. I'm glad that I kind of broke that cycle, or hopefully I broke that cycle with my kids. I had a conversation with my daughter. She told me that she had resentment since they left my home because she thought that I didn't want to have anything to do with her, or I didn't want to see her or talk to her. But that was not the case. But ideas get misconstrued. Children's minds can be swayed, especially when it's an adult telling you things. She formed her own opinion for me, in which she told me that she had resentment from me because she thought I didn't want to be there for them, right? I'm always your daddy. I'm always going to be there. You can call me whenever you want. So since then, we've reestablished our relationship to the fullest, man. I talk to my kids every day if I can. They started getting bigger now, so they got friends, but they don't really have time for me like they used to. So things are different. Something that we see or hear as children we don't have control over. And I think that's why I was calling my father by his nickname. There's been times when I've gotten in trouble and my father came through. To be more specific, I got incarcerated at one time and I did something dumb when I was young, and my father came through and bailed me out of jail. I'll never forget that one. That's one thing I can't say about him. I can't be like, yo, he ain't never did nothing for me, because he did that. From like maybe about 12 to 20, I said I'll never be like my father. I won't drink, I won't smoke. I definitely wasn't drinking. My he's a heavy drinker. I joined the military. All that went out the window. I drunk more in the military than I ever drunk in my entire life. And what I mean by drinking is social drinking, like going out to the clubs, partying, drinking, not just drinking just to drink, even though it was some of that in there too. Throughout my military career and my young adult / late teenage life, he came through on a lot of things. I seen him during my high school graduation. He also graduated from basic. And I believe he may have came to see me like a couple of stations at the very beginning. But he was there. He showed up in his own little way at the end. And the police deep. What's going on? They be deep around here anyway. They don't have nothing to do. But I resented him for a long time. But as I got older, I started to see the things that he may have had issues with and he had to handle a certain way. Because I'm going through the same things with my kids, my baby mama. I hated him. But things are different now. I call him now with like big boy questions. House mortgages, 401ks, life insurance. When I was younger, I had this resentment for my father. But one thing that I took from him, his work ethics. The man worked. I've never seen nobody work like this man. I think my father has had 3 or 4 jobs in 40 years. Learn jobs. He's an engineer, I guess you call it. He's a shade tree mechanic, engineer / pressman. That's like his bread and butter. Run press machines. He know everything about press machines. Take them apart, put them together, run them. But now he's like the boss, man. He's the boss over this company, man. He sit back. But he'll still get in there and run a press machine. I worked at one job. It's closed now. It's called Hood Packaging. It was a bag production company. Well, where he worked at, they pressed the outside of the bags. Where I worked at, we actually created the bags. He created industrial bags for like feed companies, concrete companies. He's made them from beginning to end. He worked that job for a long time, man. At least like 10 or 15 years. I worked it maybe for like 1 or 2, 3 years. I left and joined the Army. But he was still working there when I left. He worked at that job so long, man, the place closed before he did. But then he turned around and found him another job, man. He been on that job ever since. It at least been about 20 more years. I joined the military when I was around 20. He's still there, I think. So if I had to say something positive about him, the man is a hard worker. I've never seen anyone work as hard as he do. I've never seen anyone hold on to a job like him. The man, he values his job. With a core blue-collar workers, prime example. Outstanding example. All the money he talk about, all the blessings he get, I say he deserves every single dime he get. Every people that give him gifts, presents for his hard work, that man deserve it because he be working. Say what you want to say about him. You can say he a drunk. You can say he worrisome. My family, they like to say he worrisome. He'll get on your nerves, especially when the juices start flowing. I also used to be upset at my mother growing up. My mom made some questionable decisions. She did some things that I wouldn't have agreed to as a child. My mother has always wanted to be with somebody. She's dated. She's gotten married and divorced. She's made some decisions that I thought were questionable as a child looking at adult. But now that I have gotten married and been divorced and been through relationships and made some questionable and bad decisions, I understand her decisions and feelings at those times too. I love her. I wouldn't trade her for the world. I think I talk to my mom now more than I talked to her when I was younger. She's starting to get older. When people start to get older, they don't listen. They don't want to listen to nothing that nobody got to say. They know everything. Starting to understand that one too. What can you really say about your mama? I love my mama. I had some hate towards her too. But you only get one mother. You only get one father. My bonus babies, they have their opinions and ideas on their mother's choice of parenting. But little do they know, they got like the best mama on the planet. I wish I had a mom like the mom that they had. When my mama and my grandma didn't play, all the stuff that these children getting away with these days ain't slide in my house. I tried to talk to a girl on the phone one day at my grandma's house. My grandma picked up the phone and got in our conversation. She like, who you talking to? Who this is? Tiffany. My grandson not allowed to talk to girls on my phone. So y'all gonna have to cut this conversation short. Click. Embarrassed. So embarrassed. I never called another girl on that phone again. I wouldn't trade my parents for the world. Hate. Feelings of ill will and discontent. Shouldn't have any hate for anyone. It's easier to not hate someone. It takes more of your soul and your willpower to hate someone. Some things are irreversible though. I'll take that back. Like life and limb, ain't no coming back from that. Maul said it best on the Rory and Maul show. Like I don't have discontent or hate for me. It's just easier that way. But it also depends on the time of day and what day you catch me on. And that's how I feel about it. You know, man, that hate ain't gonna never go away. You hurt my family, you kill my family, I'll never forgive you. Hate can also make you do bad things. It's horrible choices. I've known people, I've watched people, listen to people in real life, and I've watched YouTube videos that talked about how one split decision, a half a second, changed their whole life. I don't want that to be me, to think about things differently now. Children nowadays are living off of hate to be cool, for street cred, drill music, gang banging. Most of it is fueled off of hate. People don't even know what they fighting mad for. Like, I think the thing that separates us all as people is how we deal with it. My disposition of these videos, I'm doing this, one, because I want to do it. It's fun to do, I like to do it. But I also thought about it, two, it gives me, I don't know where we're gonna be or where my children are gonna be. Go back and look at this stuff and listen to the things that I talk about, and they could be like, oh, that's our dad. They're like personal memoirs in video form that I don't have to keep up with. You know what they say, everything you put on the internet stays on there forever. So this will be a great thing for my children. I'm doing this so my children can look at the things I talk about and possibly make decisions. Don't make the same bad decisions that I made, or get my opinions on things. It's also for me. It's for me to get these thoughts out of my head, for me to relieve some pressure. I think we should all as people think about discord, discontent, hate, anger, and learn how to process it a little bit better. We as a people, if we can do that, man, the world would be such a better place. Everything kind of derives from hate, anger, and emotion. Racism, elitism, colorism, all of those negative things usually derive just from hate. I've wasted so much time on just hate. Yesterday, I figured from that point on to not waste my life, or to the best of my ability to not have hate, because the world's already a crazy place. I know I had a magical outfit change, but we gonna roll with it. Love. You can't have hate without love, baby. It's a powerful thing. Some people say it's a drug. It's a big emotion. To my girl, I know you gonna watch this. I love you. One of the best things that has ever happened to me. My girl. The woman is the most caring, loving person I ever seen. She wants everybody to do well. She wants everybody to be strong. She wants everyone to succeed. I've never seen somebody that puts out the love that this woman puts out. That's how she got me. With all the love she got. She has so much love in her soul that I've had some bad intent in my heart, and just the love that she gives out changed my mind. The woman loves her children to death. The strongest bond of love that you can have is the love for your children. There's levels to that bond. I'll never be able to know that or experience. I can experience it and know and tell you about it from a father's perspective, but a mother's perspective, I can't tell you. I'll die for my kids, so don't get it twisted. I still think that the bond of a mother is unfathomable. They're the only ones that understand and feel it. That's why they be crazy when the relationships don't work out. It's because of that mother and child bond. Seen that one on a first-hand basis. But back to my girl. She loves her children. I have gotten to many arguments, disagreements, and heated debates about them chilling. So I think same thing applies to my mama. I'm over 40 years old, and sometimes my mama be treating me like I'm still 15. I'm an only child, and it's been the same since I can remember. So that right there, that lets me know that the playing field for motherly love is way different. We tend to be the protectors and the enforcers, but mothers, they do and be whatever they want. They might not be good at it. They don't care. This woman, a friend of mine, his mother, she gave me a term one day. She was asking me about my love history, my past relationships. And she was like, oh, it's okay, baby. You just love hard. I'll never forget that term. My mother, this woman loves hard. She goes hard in the paint when it comes to love. I ain't never seen nobody do it harder. People that are older than me. Her boyfriends, her husbands, she loved all of them hard. When I was talking about hate and how I had discontent for her in the past, it basically revolved around love. Now that I've gotten older, and I've been in love and loved hard and made some questionable decisions, I understand when you in love, that emotion can cloud your judgment. It'll have you doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Doing things that you said you'll never do. If I had to talk about all the people I know and all the scenarios, people done love so hard they done took charges. They done licked ass, gave all their money away, the disregard of how they was gonna live. I've driven over 12 hours in the name of love. I just told y'all a couple of scenarios. Love has made me do some questionable things. I was went to jail over love because I was in a toxic relationship and I knew it was toxic. Love, being as beautiful as it is, can also be a downfall too. All the choices that I may have thought were questionable when I was a child or young adult that involved me and my mother and her boyfriends. If you still watching this, Ma, I forgive you. I get why you made some of the choices that you made. I get it from my own perspective. I probably don't agree with them still, but I get it. I love you. You're the best mother ever. You have been great to me. You raised, shaped, and supported me to be a great person. And there's no amount of money, time, or anything that I can do and give you for that. And my father, we've been beefing in the past. We done almost got in some fist fights and arguing, and I done made him cry, and he done made me cry. I definitely love you. I got a little brother. We got the same father and different moms. I hope that he gonna see these videos too. I hope he can pull something out of them. We've sat down and had conversations about things. He has his own outlook. It's extremely similar to mine. I hope that one day he can forgive him too. And he can call him father. If you seeing this, little bro, I ain't saying you gotta do it, man, but think about it. Like I said earlier in the video, it's harder to hate than it is to love. And last but not least, my kids. They way on the other side of the country, so far away. I love y'all the most. Anyone takes anything from this, it should be you guys. To love people is one of the easiest and greatest things that you can do in life. But also on the same note, Zoe, it's mainly for you. Don't let love persuade you to make some questionable choices. I don't need to see you bopping on the internet. I don't need to see no madness. No, I'm putting this here so you can see it, so you can remember it, because we've already had this conversation. Once again, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'm out.